Hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. Welcome to Ange'S Presser, where we just listen to the press conference and I just give my opinion or my review or my, what do you call it? Just my thoughts on it. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share. This is the Chelsea game day 10, big game, Pochettino. I'm going to react to his own as well because I've listened to his own as well. And I'm just going to react on his own as well. So this is Ange being asked a couple of questions in terms of team news. For Tottenham is Udoji is a bit 50-50. They said it's 50-50. And Ben Davies came off at halftime against Crystal Palace. He's got an ankle injury. Everybody else is still the same. So yeah. That's what he's been asked so far. And another question was they asked him if is he allowed to dream like the fans, and he just said, yeah, basically it's in the moment. That's what he thinks about every day, today, tomorrow. He's not really bothered about what's going to happen in the future. He just goes day to day. That's the kind of stuff you expect from Ange anyway. And what else did he talk about? Yeah, a couple of just trying to rack my brain to see what it was. Then he was asked about, what was the last thing he was asked about? Okay, let's just listen. To be honest, let's listen, and maybe I'll catch what he's talking about now.
Yeah. The reason it was fun was I wasn't there.
Arsenal, City and Liverpool could go above Spurs before they play on Monday. I know you've said that you're not looking too far ahead, but how much focus is there on the league table right now? Are you looking at it and think, I want to stay up there?
No, obviously you don't use it as, it's the obvious barometer for how you're going, for sure. And we're in a good position. We obviously want to stay there, but it's not, it's not a driver of obviously where we are at the moment as a team, because for us, while we're building, kind of a way of playing, a way of training, a lot of new players being incorporated into where we are as a football club at the moment. Our mindset just needs to be on like I said, tackling each challenge and really focusing on ourselves right now. Whatever the sort of table shows, it'll show, but the only influence we can have on it is by making sure that every game we tackle it.
Just finally, nobody likes being reunited with their ex, especially when they're with someone that they never liked. But how hopeful are you that the Spurs fan base will take the moral higher ground because they're so in love with you now and not show any hostility or animosity towards Maurizio on Monday?
Yeah, so he was asked about, the teams that are going to be playing before Tottenham play, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, they're going to play before Tottenham. So one of them could go top or a couple of them could go above Tottenham. And he's just saying that, he's not really worried about that, basically. And that, he's more concerned about, not worried, but he's just thinking about how to integrate players into his new systems and players coming in. And how players will play, and he's just more, into that side of things in terms of coaching, training, and making the players, feel comfortable and going out to give their best. And then he was asked about Mauricio Pochettino, which is giving an answer to now about, when your ex comes back and all that kind of stuff. You're going to make this game into a big drama, which is expected in the Premier League. And for me as well, personally, as a Tottenham fan, I've been, when Mourinho when Pochettino was the manager, really got a lot of respect for the guy. I remember when he was appointed, I was not happy then because I was thinking, Tim Sherwood was the manager then before Pochettino, and he finished ahead of Southampton. So I was thinking, what's the rationale behind that? But he came in and, first season was a bit, then, everything else, is history, as they say. But it was just a refreshing manager, refreshing guy. I like the way he talks I like the way it comes across at press conference. You can see the passion sometimes when he talks about his team. And I think exactly that's the same thing as well with our current manager, Postacoglu, because when they appointed him, I was like, why? I didn't want Postacoglu, to be honest. I wanted Ningelsmann. But he's they're similar in that kind of in that respect, and looking forward to the game on Monday. So let's just listen to what reply to the question about when your ex comes back or something, when you when you visit your ex, about a little bit of 50 Shades of Grey going on there. So let's listen to what Postacoglu got to say.
That's a lot to take in, and thankfully those days are well past.
I knew I was going to say that.
I think your reference is to Maurizio, yeah. All right, so I'll try and get to that. Look, it's undoubted that he had an unbelievable.
Personal style.
So he's good. He's answering the questions now.
That's our ultimate goal and ambition, is that whatever kind of doors we go through, that we make an impact, and he's having an undeniable impact on his football club. His time here, I mean, he almost took the club to the ultimate summit of the Champions League, got close to the league. So his work is unquestioned. Everyone I speak to around here, there's still people who work with him, can't speak highly enough of him as a person, as a manager. So I doubt there'd be anything but respect, for Maurizio from anyone at this football club, supporters or people associated with it. That doesn't mean he's going to get a guard of honour on Monday night because we want to win, and I don't think you would expect that. But his tenure here and his impact here is undeniable, and I think will stand the test of time. That whenever people think of Maurizio and his time here as a Spurs manager, we'll only look upon it with respect and fondness.
Ange, how are you?
I'm just getting over my ex, mate, and thinking about the future. Yeah.
Just kind of following off that, do you, in a way, see your style of play to be in any way similar to Mauricio's in terms of being?
You just answered the questions, and that's why I don't expect anything less from anything. Expected anything less from Postacoglu. That's what he was going to talk. He was going to say, and for me as well, the Tottenham fan, I think if I was going to the game, I will basically, I'm not going to boo. There's no way I'm going to boo Mauricio Pochettino because, the time he came to Tottenham, I think he changed a lot of perception about Tottenham when he came to Tottenham, because before he came, it was a case of Tottenham are flaky, they're soft, they got soft on the belly. But when he came, people started taking us serious. We played some incredible football when he was at Tottenham. He didn't win the trophy, but people respected Tottenham then, the way the kind of football we play. And when we go home and away as well, the football and the way we play was just really incredible. So for that, I'm gonna give him a lot of respect. For me, give him a lot of respect, Pochettino. And he's a top manager. So but we see what the fans. I think the fans are not going to boo him, and that's for sure. They're 110% sure of that. They won't. I think there will be a standing ovation, and the stadium will be just rocking and singing his praise before the game, or even after the game as well. If Tottenham wins, so. But he's a top man. He's a top man.
Attacking, good to watch, entertaining football.
Well, it depends how you define it, mate. I think I've said before, I don't think, we're all sort of, unique in our own way. I don't think, you can just sort of say that, there's very two styles of football mimic one another. Maurizio has his way of his team's playing. I have my ways. We both, I guess, from that point of view, want our teams to be sort of progressive and attacking in their approach. But it's. I think there's a lot more nuance than just saying, because two managers or two football clubs, are kind of showing some of the characteristics that means they're alike.
One of the most impressive things from outside of Spurs so far, the signings have been great, but also the players that were here last year who looked like they were underachieving, looked like they weren't enjoying it, looked really down. You've rejuvenated them. How have you done that?
Look, it hasn't been sort of anything specific or predetermined. We've just changed the environment and changed sort of the way we train and the way we do things. And then it's up to the players themselves. It's as much their decision as mine as to whether they embrace that and take it on board. I don't think there'd be any player who wouldn't take responsibility for what happened last year. It wouldn't just fall at the manager's steps, and sort of manager's feet. It's when you have a tough period, everyone, what I found anyway is, the real sort of strong people understand that they're just as culpable as anyone else. And the only way to change that is by, changing, and embracing whatever the new direction is, and, whether there have been existing players or new players.
So all the question, I think they were talking about the similar kind of play, the way they play with Mauricio and I don't know if I think it's similar in a way, but I think from my recollection of the way Mauricio Pochettino set up Tottenham then, it was very, very high press, very, very, compact, the way they press and get the ball back high up the pitch. The fast play, the way they move the ball really quickly, the wing backs. I remember then he used to rotate his right backs, right and left backs every game. Midweek, we were playing in midweek, we would rest, we would bring on Trippier and who does he play then? Trippier and Ben Davies. Then we had Kyle Walker and Daniel Rose. So he used to rotate them. That shows a lot of work from the wing back. And I think Pochettino is similar as well. Postacoglu is similar as well. The way we play, very exciting football. Very attacking. And you're just two different. I think, and the players they have to a little bit similar, to be honest, in terms of Then we had. Toby and Toby Alderweireld and Jan Van Tongen. We had those two. Then they were not quick, like rapidly quick, but they would do the job really well as well. They understand each other. So they're similar in a way, but I think obviously the two managers might see it differently. So
as everyone's all staff, they've been prepared to do that, which means to me that they've accepted responsibility for what happened last year. And
the question wasn't just about the press conference. Sometimes the questions are being repeated, so they're just talking about how did he change players from last season to this season. I think he must have answered that question a million times. Well, I'm not going to go through that, but that's the end of my review of the match conference, the press conference of Postacoglu, Chelsea, Tottenham over this weekend, on Monday night, and I think he's. I think with his press conference, before the press conference, I was talking to a reporter about somewhere to go and take the misses or something like before this actually started. So is that just that kind of a guy, just chilled out, relaxed? And for me, I can't wait till he has another preseason, another window, and see how he can improve the squad in terms of getting more players that can play the way he wants to play. Because Tottenham right now, can't afford to have injuries to the first 11. So that's the only worry I have, especially this season. But it's going to be what it is. If we get injuries, then we just have to manage and get players to come in and chip in. Because according to him, is the system sometimes, and not the actual players. But for me, I think I differ. Sometimes quality comes into it as well. You have to have the player with the quality to be able to do the way to play the way you want to play. So yeah, looking forward to the Chelsea game Monday. Watch along from 7:30. I think it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. It's gonna be a busy day, and over the weekend as well, we got watch alongs as well. So thank you very much for watching. This is Ange's Presser press conference for the Chelsea game. If you're a Chelsea fan, let me know what you think. Mauricio is coming. It's coming home, and if you are what do you call it? If you are a Tottenham fan, let me know what you're thinking as well. And Mauricio Pochettino as well in his press conference. I saw a little bit of it as well. He talked about coming back to Tottenham. That he's always got happy memories coming back to Tottenham, and he was really, really happy, looking forward to coming back to Tottenham. And there was a question about he's like going back to his ex, and he was like, "No, I can't even." Said he couldn't even remember that he's ever had an ex-girlfriend because he's always been married to his wife. So I bet my wife will be really happy for him to say that. So yeah, looking forward to the game, and it's gonna be a cracking game. Thank you very much for watching. This is the 6-yard box. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. We want to get to 100 by December. If you can help us, please, please, please. I really, really appreciate if you can get us on 100 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. God bless, and I'll see you around.